Oh, YouTube, we got another. I guess this is part of the Crossing Blades series, but they're actually two multi tools. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. So today we have the Leatherman Surge versus the Walmart Ozark Trail. Now, this is mine, obviously. The comes with a this nylon with a nice snap. Goes on the belt. It's got two side pockets. Usually I keep a flashlight over here, but I've been using it. And then I keep a safety little survival tool thing there. Has a little slit right in there, which usually this actually comes with. So the Surge comes with a extra. So this actually is the file where I was using the saw recently. Um, Actually for carving pumpkins. So there's a bunch of pumpkin guts in there. Saw is actually a little bent, but I've been actually thinking about putting the file back on because in other everyday situations I use the file, but it's been a while since we carved pumpkins, considering it's basically December. But anyways, long story short, this you put this right in here, and then this fits right in here. And that's the case. We don't have to worry about the case anymore. The Ozark Trail does come with the case. Now, the case snap did break already, but I mean, I'm not too surprised with that. So, this is mine. This is actually my son's. So, for his birthday, he wanted a multi tool. So, I thought, okay, well, let's see how he does with a basic multi tool. These things were, oh, what were they? I think they were like $10. Obviously the Surge is a little over $100, and this was like $10. Okay, so let's go through and compare and what you get and how they feel. Now, I personally use both. I have obviously had the Surge for longer, so obviously they both open up. Now, the one thing about this is it is a lot stiffer to open up. Okay, so right off the bat, some similarities are they both got wire cutters. So these ones actually have a wire stripper. They don't. So there's a little, I don't know if you could see it very well, but see how there's a little notch there. So they are wire cutters and strippers. So if you just have it right there, you could strip some wire. They both have a basic set of pliers with a little bit of grip. Um, the Surge are manual open and shut, where the Ozark Trails are actually a spring open and shut, which in some ways can be seen as a benefit. Um, I don't mind either way. The wire cutters are removable on the Leatherman versus the Ozark Trail. The Ozark Trail, obviously, we don't know what metal certain things are made out of, so we'll have to take that with a grain of salt. Even on their packaging, they'll say like stainless steel. Sometimes it's like a 9CR, 8CR even. Um, One thing about the Leatherman that I like is that it actually has measurement, like a little 8-inch ruler or 20, is it 20 centimeters? Yeah, 20 centimeters. So 8-inch ruler, 20 centimeters, or is that 9? 8, 9-inch, whatever. You put these together, you get a ruler out of it. This one doesn't have anything like that, so that's a downside. But we're not here to, I'm just here to basically make the argument of, is it worth spending the extra money on a Leatherman, or can you get by with, say, something from Walmart? I would say for a younger kid, somebody who's, maybe a early teen, preteen, Now, with the um, Ozark Trail, you have these push releases, which are actually very hard to push. So I will say that. I find it easier to actually pull it from the top to release stuff. But there's no other tools on the inside of the Ozark Trail. On the Leatherman Wave, we do have the inside tools. We have the, bottle opener type stuff, kind of claw. You have a bit driver here, which actually you can get other bits for if you wanted. Um, the locking mechanism for the Leatherman is a very, very easy push button. Locks right in, push it down. Another cool feature is actually if you have this locked in, so if this is locked in and you start pulling up, so right now, here, hold on, sorry. Let's lock it in. Okay, if it's locked in right now, see? So if I start pulling up um the screwdriver, see how it just unlocked? Now I can actually put both down. So if you're really cold and you're having a hard time pushing it down, you can actually lift one bit up to get the other bit out. On the other side, we have you can use these probably as either a pry bar or a screwdriver. I've used them both. You got, like a standard or a flathead, whatever you want to call it. And what do they call these? An awl. I can't remember every single tool name. Sorry. And it's the same mechanism on the other side. Okay, so that's all the inside tools for the Leatherman. Now, the Ozark Trail has all of the tools on the outside. So, with the Leatherman, you get a serrated knife blade, you get a file or a saw, which we saw, no pun intended. You get the knife, right? And you get a set of scissors, which you really kind of have to. That's the one complaint is like you can't really activate the scissors unless you like get this thing to really open up. To disengage all of these, there are liner locks. So you just press down the liner lock. See? Liner lock. So you press down the liner lock. Same thing with these. Press down the liner lock. And same here. So all liner locks. So that's all the Leatherman. Now, with the Ozark Trail, you get a serrated knife. You get a file, which is great. Ooh, a little bit of crud on it. My son does use this. I actually use it too, believe it or not. Now, this is my problem. When you have one tool up, it's hard to get out any other tool. So it's like you have to either close it and then start taking out a different tool, or you just have to know which tool you want. So I'm going to leave these at a half stop so I could take out all the other tools. You have a knife, which, like I said, is probably just like a standard HCR. It came actually fairly sharp, which is nice. So you got the file, the knife. On this side, you still have, which, here's another complaint. These things, let's see, there we go. You have a Phillips head screwdriver that is not detachable. So in some ways that could be nice, because if you're a person that has a tendency to lose your driver bits, your screw bits, that's actually kind of nice. It's actually also on an angle. So the Leatherman's on the inside, like I said. Let's get the Leatherman out versus this. So see how that's a little bit of an angle, kind of makes it nice for screwing things in if you're a little more straight on. The Leatherman isn't so much on angle. What I actually do with the Leatherman sometimes is I'll actually extend it, or I'll make a pistol grip out of it. So then when I'm screwing it in, I can actually kind of get a little extra torque, which can work and be nice in some ways. Sorry, let me get that back. And then next to, and we'll see, this is where a cheap multi-tool can get you in trouble. I have to have these closed before I can actually deactivate that. And then to get the last piece, I'm struggling to get the last piece out, which um, it's mostly because I don't have nails. But the last piece is a set of scissors. So you got a set of scissors on this side. So knife, file, screwdriver, scissors. This side, serrated knife, saw blade. So they both come with saw blades. And then you have the flathead. And the last little bit, you have a can opener, flathead type thing, whatever you want to look at it as it is. This also comes with a pocket clip, which this does not have that option. Size-wise, obviously the Ozark Trail is a little bit bigger. Now, here comes the ultimate question. Is the Leatherman worth it? Yeah, I would say Leatherman's worth it. You know, for the price, for what you get, for warranty and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a great option. But is this such a terrible option that you couldn't work around it? Nah. This is actually a pretty nice option. And usually I try to leave this hanging around, but I've been using it in my basement, and then this one, because my son uses it upstairs a lot, has been upstairs. So little adjustments that I've made around the house, quickly tighten up a cabinet, or I actually pulled a tick off my dog today with using this. Um, just little things like that. So for $10, it's kind of a surprise. Is it? Would I trust it maybe to last? Probably not. But if I'm not a big multi-tool guy and I don't use it every day and I just want to keep something in my car that is just going to kind of, you know, hey, it's in my car, it bounces around, you need something, or hey, it's just on top of the microwave, you need to grab something really fast, that kind of could do a little bit of everything. Because, how many times I know in my life, in day to day, all of a sudden a kid needs this or a kid needs that, or the dog is this or the wife needs that, or you need to do this or that. You can't, it's hard to find a screwdriver or pliers or this or that all the time. So it's nice to have a multi-tool just on your, microwave or kitchen countertop, something that you could just grab it, use it, and do what you need to do with. And I've done that with this, no issue. And in some ways, it's nice having the set of pliers that, are spring loaded, because then I grab and then I grab, Um, the downsides of this are obviously the material doesn't feel as sturdy. I mean, it's got a good weight to it, but the materials don't feel as sturdy. Obviously they're not going to be as good. The metal in it. Some of the construction's a little shaky. I don't like how they have their locking system done up. And I don't like how stiff it is. It's very stiff, and we've had this for a few months now, and I've used it a fair amount. Not as much as this, but I've used it a fair amount. So you would think it. I mean, this I can. This I can almost. I mean, I'm not going to do it on a camera, but I can actually. Actually, let's see if I could do it on camera. This I can actually open with one hand. If I really needed to, I could open up my Leatherman Surge with one hand and close it with one hand. This, there's no way I'm doing this with one hand. I need. Well, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Ugh. Okay, yeah. I'm not opening this with one hand. Okay. So that is something to consider. So let's see. How do I put this? If you are not in the market for a multi-tool that you're going to be using every single day, and you need it for your construction site, for work, and stuff like that, would the Ozark Trail do the job? Yes. Is the Leatherman really nice? Yes. You know, there's some construction parts on the Leatherman. I mean, how easy it is to deploy the knife. I mean, do it all with one hand. This, let's see. I could deploy the knife with one hand. Let's see. If I pull, you have to pull back with 2 fingers, and then you can undo the knife. Would this be a cool gift for somebody who's just starting out or somebody who doesn't use a multi-tool every day? Yes. This would be an awesome gift. Um, Maybe for a dad, even, who, is not big into knives, but could use some of the functions on here. Um, is it ever going to replace the Leatherman? No. The Leatherman is just a solid tool. It works really well. You're not going to have to worry about it. Well, thanks guys for watching. This has been another Crossing Blades, and I thought this was actually a pretty interesting one because there are some days I find myself reaching for this one because it's just right there, and it surprises me sometimes of how nice it actually is for how much I paid for it, and how, my son, like I said, my son uses it, stuff like that. This one, obviously, I carry this and use it a lot as well, but this does surprise me. For the 10 bucks I got it for, it's very surprising. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of multi-tool you carry down below. And let me know if you have one of these and if it works just for you just fine, or if you wouldn't even touch it and you're going to stick with the Leatherman. Take care, guys.